I think I'm losing my mind, baby. I'm losing my mind. I'm actually feeling pretty decent compared to the last time we did this. Last time I really struggled, but thank you that I've got an amazing team to support me that were there just to give me a nap and all of the things. So, hi, there is no Jackie, as you all know from the last session. So this time, I've been thinking about what I wanted to talk about, and it's not on topic, which is not in the schedule, and we pivot. Okay, so the answer I will give you to the slumber party will be different than what's actually in the question area. All right, so just bear that in mind. All right, so here we go. What I wanted to talk to you about today, I'm already on my third cup since the last live. This is number 3. I love me a black coffee. I love me a black coffee. So it makes my heart sparkle. It makes my heart sparkle. So I thought I'd hang out in here, but after this one, I'm going to go inside and then I've got to get ready. I'm going to interview. We've got Erin coming in next, who's going to talk about her Instagram success. Also, after Erin, the following 2 hours of live, we are going to be in Zoom. And to get a link to Zoom, you need to click the button for the workbook. And that way we can send you the Zoom link inside of Messenger. And everyone who clicks that button will automatically get an invite to come and join us in Zoom. We're going to have a bit of a dance party before. We'll see how much energy everyone's got. The team's going to be in. You can pick our brains. We've had lots of questions coming in and people asking about the Freedom Funnel Academy. So we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. I hope you've been loving the content that we've been delivering for you over the last, 20 hours. 20 hours on the hour every hour. Makeup free and everything. All right, so let's chat. The topic I would like to discuss with you is your customers' money is none of your business. So let me know if you struggle to sell, you're really attached to the outcome and you feel really awkward when it comes to the selling part of running a business. Now, we all have to sell, right? Every business has to sell because it's just an exchange of energy. Like, I have this thing that you want, and in exchange, I'll trade you this thing, which is at the moment paper. Soon it'll be, Bitcoin or ether or I don't know, but we still have to exchange things in return. Okay, so the thing is, and this is something that I say all the time, is just try to remove yourself from the emotional connection to the actual outcome. Once you do that, things get much, much easier. You see, when you remove yourself from the emotional connection, you're no longer worried. See, what happens is, and look, I've even got props for this one. Somebody says, I've got the school kids' fees to pay. So you take on the baggage of their school fees, right? And you're like, oh, really? Okay, so you got school fees to pay. And then they're like, my husband might be losing his job. Oh, really? All right. Well, that's not good. And you take on that baggage and you're like, I just wish I could help you. I really want to help you. And then, another excuse comes up is, we may need to buy a new fridge soon. So, oh, really? So you're starting to take on all of this baggage of, I can't afford it. Right? I can't afford it. It's just not in my price range right now. And then, and you're so emotionally connected that every time somebody says it, you're like, oh no, and it starts to weigh you down. And the next thing you know, the next customer comes in and you're like, oh, we can't do that either. And then somebody says, I'm too busy right now. Oh, really? Okay, I'll take on that baggage. And then, they just keep coming in with all these excuses. And every time you hear it, you just want to give your things away, and you're starting to take on all this baggage, and you're like, if I just take off this baggage and I give it all to you, but another one comes in and says no, and you're like, oh God, maybe I should just be charging cheaper. I'm taking it all on. And you see, every time somebody says no, this emotional connection to the outcome starts to like weigh you down, right? And you just start wearing everybody else's baggage because you're so emotionally connected to the outcome, and you're just getting weighed down. Oh my God, not more people saying no. You know, most people are going to say no. And then there are other ones that say yes. So can you see how when you're so connected to this outcome of the sale, every time you hear a no, you're taking on all this extra emotional baggage of everybody else's belief in your program. And eventually you're so weighed down with all this crazy baggage of everybody that has said no to you, you just quit. You're like, this is just too hard. I just need to get it all off. And you're like, oh, just get it off me. I'm just going to quit. It's no good. All right, I want you to remove the emotional connection to the outcome. You see, you have no control over their credit card. You cannot go into their bank accounts. You cannot tell them to move money around and all the things. What you can control is don't take on their baggage. I mean, you can learn sales psychology, which is what we teach inside the Freedom Funnel Academy, but regardless of whether you join us or not, stop taking on other people's baggage. Know that they're an adult. They control their own bank account. And what you can control is resources. You're not yet ready? Here's a resource. Here's a video. Come to this free training. Not ready yet? Hey, I've got another free training next month. Not ready yet? Hey, we've got another challenge next month. Just keep giving them resource after resource, showing up time after time after time. And then what happens is one day they may be ready, right? And your job and only your job is to continue to give relevant resources so that they can make an informed decision if they believe you are a good fit for them, and then they will pull out their credit card because they control that. You have no control over their money. So remove that emotional connection from the outcome. Focus on what you can control. You can learn sales psychology. You can learn how to sell better. Because if somebody doesn't get on the phone and doesn't chat with you, if it gets on the phone and chats with you, they're close, or they wouldn't be on the phone, especially if you've, qualified them well before getting there. All right. So, hey, Alison. Yes, it does show, baby. Hey, baby. Lovely to see you. So, yes, your name does show. There we go. So, that's what the point of this thing. I'm filling in for Jackie. It is totally off topic, but it is what it is. So, your thing moving forward now is totally I've got no control over their credit card, but I can learn how to sell better. I can learn all the resources and the messaging and the little trainings and things that I give so that I can continuously show up, so that you can stay front of mind and tip of tongue for when they go through that looking window, which we went through in a previous lesson. When they are in that zone, then that's when they're ready to buy from you. So throw off all those scarves. I was like walking around thinking, what am I going to teach next? I'm like, oh, the scarf one. Let's do props. So the question for Jackie was, what is step 2? And then in there you can write, get well, Jackie. Okay. So the question was, what's Jackie's question? What is the second checkpoint? Okay, for number 20, you're going to write in there, get well, Jackie. All right, we hope she feels better. Okay, so she didn't quite make it to this checkpoint, but next checkpoint, maybe she'll be in the room and at least listening with us when we do the finale party in, what's it now, 5, so 6, 7, 8, in 3 hours from now. We'll be starting the finale party. So if you want to join us in the finale party, make sure that you have clicked the link to grab the scavenger hunt, and then it will register you and we'll send you a reminder to and also check your email. Anyone who has interacted inside of this will also send you an email because, we're good with our list. We will send you an email as well, but if you want to direct to your messages, I would 100% say click that link, because that's the one that's going to definitely go out in time, because I've still got to write the email. So who knows if that will happen. So do that one. Alison, you said, I haven't watched them all, but hour 6 on follow-up, the sound cut right out and you were about to get to the juicy part. Number 6, really? There was a couple that I redid because there was a problem with the sound, and come in. If there wasn't a retake, there were 2, I think, sessions that I did when I didn't know what was cutting out the sound. And then there was the final, I don't remember what hour it was. It's all a blur now. But then we figured out that if my alarm was still on to remind me to go live and I had it on snooze and then it came back on, it was cutting out the sound. So come to the after party and ask the question, because I'm happy to recover any questions that anyone has missed. But do the scavenger hunt as well. Now, all of the replays, we've still got a few hours left. So 4 hours to be exact. We've still got a few hours left. But all of these will stay up for a further 24 hours after the live stream. But any of those who were thinking about joining us in the Freedom Funnel Academy, registration for becoming one of those, you need to get your deposit in to at least lock an interview. And if you don't qualify for the Freedom Funnel Academy, then will refund your deposit, but you need to get your deposit in before, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6 hours from now, registration will close. So providing that we're not full already and interviews haven't been done. So if that's something you're thinking about, I would highly recommend just grab that spot by locking in a deposit, and if you change your mind, we can refund it, okay? But the registration is closing at midday today, Australia, Melbourne time, because we've got lots of time zones. Google it, smart people Google. And when the cart closes, that's it. So if you want to ensure that you're grandfathered in for life for renewals and coming back to us, and you'll be saving way more than half of the program price. I need a calculator. My good calculator's broken. You'll be saving $16,000, which all of our other clients normally pay, because you're going to put up with us during the build. So if you want to put your deposit down, go and do that. Go to Freedom Funnel Academy. We'll chat about more of that in the dance party as well. That's going to be happening in a couple of hours, and you'll be able to meet my entire team. Well, hopefully Jackie will be there because she's sick, and she'll at least come in and listen on her headphones if she's not sleeping, the poor darling. But yeah, who's coming to the dance party and the finale, where we're going to go through all of your questions, anything that may have come up for you over the last few hours. I need to go and totally get ready. What's my next session? It is on 7 stages. Oh my goodness, this is an awesome one. So we were talking in one of the earlier sessions about Anne-Marie, well, we interviewed Anne-Marie, and she talked about what she has done with the 7 stages of the customer life cycle and how it's really impacted her business and her team, and especially when she's transitioning and getting new team members, and what a big difference that's made to her business. So join us in the next hour when I actually go over all of the 7 stages of the customer's life cycle. But I'll see you at the top of the next hour. Have a good one, guys. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. We have 3 hours to binge watch all of the 24 hours plus 3 hours, and they'll all be taken down. My team will be repurposing them into reels and shorts and all sorts of things. It's going to give them plenty of things to work with. Please, I'm just going to say, please don't use all the makeup free ones too often. Because this is all like, this was after I cleaned my face last night and did the whole bedtime thing. You can't believe you're still up and sparkly. I got a nap. Thank you, Brandon. Brandon let me have a nap in one of the sessions. He was amazing. I'm like, Brandon, please. And Jackie was supposed to fill in, but that one nap that I had was like huge. Like, it was long enough that my brain's not firing weird. And I know when I'm overtired because I find it really hard to string my sentences together, and I'm getting tired, but I can feel it. Like, I just can't seem to get the words out, right? You can feel like the neurons are firing in all the wrong places. All right, I better go. I got to go and get ready for the next one, and I might even put a face on, or at least get dressed and have my morning shower before the next session. See you at the top of the next hour, guys.